I don't know if y'all see the countdown.
No.
Yo, 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 this your boy Sincere. Again, we back doing part two. This is Sincerely Speaking, doing part two of the double standard. So, hey, Rich is getting loud on your side again, sound like. But we about to get this jumped off real quick. Of course, back again with the Queen and also my big bro Blackout. So
What
we're gonna try to keep this
Damn.
going. We're gonna try to keep this going, get this started. And so last week, if you didn't catch the show, I mean, it should still be on my Facebook page. Also, I know the Queen shares it. I'm not sure if Rich shared it or not, but
Yeah, I did.
last week we talked about double standards. So we had quite a few that was still left. One thing we did talk about was men and emotions. And so I wanted to bring that back up when we were talking about the whole cheating and so on and so forth. Um, Basically, the whole men and emotions came in to play. Well, I'm not even gonna start. I'll ask you, Queen, since you're the only female in here. Do you think there's a double standard in regards to um, men and emotions and how men are treated when it comes to sharing their emotions?
Um, so yeah, I believe that there is double standard. Men are expected, of course, to be tough and hardcore and the disciplinarian and the um, and when they're not, they're often called soft or super emotional or whatever you want to call it. I mean, honestly, I think it is warranted because for me, I think I, a man who is unable to really
Your house all right over there, man?
if I have that is unable to, you know, I don't need you to be like me. I don't need you to be all delicate and soft and crying. And let me have that because I'm sugar and spice, and you're not. Meaning the role is to really
Turn
be
the
able
TV
to
down.
control
Hey,
his emotions
Turn
a little
the TV
bit.
down.
hey, Queen. I can barely hear you. I don't know
I'm sorry.
why.
It's probably
You
Rich and
you
I
kind of
working
quiet.
his noise. Hold on.
Hey, man. Don't be throwing shots.
Hold on. I'm gonna have to turn up my volume.
Okay. I say I can hear you talking, but then
I turned it down because I heard all of uh that stuff that Rich got going on up there.
Oh, man. Oh, Lord.
But no, I think it is a double standard there, and it is warranted. I think we as women we expect our men to be fearless. Be ugh, have it together. Check me with my emotions. I don't necessarily need you to be in yours. I think the double standard is warranted. Because I expect my husband to be in touch with your emotions, but don't necessarily let them control you. And I think that's for me as well as my husband. But I don't want no man that's just like everything. Oh, but my feelings are. You know, it's just no. I don't want a softie. I'm sorry. So
so you don't want no sensitive man, extra sensitive is what you're
even
saying.
not even sensitive per se. You can be sensitive because I expect you to be sensitive to my emotions. However,
Selfish.
I don't think either party should really put their feelings at the top of the chain. There's so many things that goes on in life. Once you get your feelings involved, because feelings are so fickle and they change, and tomorrow you'll be feeling a different way. So, I mean, it is a double standard there. I'm okay with that double standard because he's a man and I'm a woman and we're different. and that should be okay.
Oh, my bad. I forgot to show this. I was listening to you though. Yeah, I forgot to put that men and emotions. Boom, it went off. That was quick. Just in case somebody late, they'll see what we talking about later on the show. Um, Blackout. What about you?
Um,
I was trying that stuff down. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
what?
Your
I
back
don't know what she.
is really distracting.
I don't know what I can do instead of, unless I go into like the bathroom where the toilet's at and see what I can do. Um, um, hold on, let me go in
Well,
here.
here I'll go before you since you're moving. So, my thoughts, and I know we talked about it last week about, we discussed cheating and so on and so forth. And I know, Deshaun had mentioned he had never heard anybody state, well, I cheated because she made me mad or because she did X, Y, and Z, which, the biggest thing, and I don't think you'll ever really truly hear that because, like you said, Queen, there's the statement of being too emotional or having too many feelings or sharing so many things. So I know myself, I only share certain things with certain individuals. I don't go and put it all out there to just any old body. You're going to leave and give your emotions to or express yourself about a situation to those who you truly say that you can. I won't. I'll say trust, but then again, at the end of the day, that's probably a bad word because I have a lot of friends and a lot of people are like, well, he don't tell me nothing. It's not that I don't trust you, but we may not talk on that level. I guess that'd be better to say. So, you don't tell everybody, everything and whatnot, but looks like we lost Rich, but basically, it's just a thing of guys are kind of taught and young men are kind of taught not to express themselves emotionally. I know growing up, no shots at my dad, but I don't really recall growing up hearing my dad say, I love you, and that's something that a lot of young men don't hear. I tell my son all the time, and my son repeatedly, shares how he feels about, a little bit of everything. And that's good to me. Um, and I know some other men that have, and I asked a group of my friends, I got a group of about 20, 25 strong friends I've been cool with for years. And we had the discussion in regards to, how many of us, just about all of us have kids and young boys, young men, and asking them about how they grew up with their father and or father figure and hearing, I love you from the male. And it just seems like a lot of people teach their young boys to only say I love you and be emotional towards your mother, but not your father and vice versa. So, I think that a lot of people just kind of, it's just the thing of if you show your emotions or your feelings, you're considered soft. And I get the whole, you want your man to be strong and so on and so forth, but there's nothing wrong with being strong. Let's be real. Women are clearly strong. Y'all have babies. We don't. But y'all cry all the time. So but it's just really a thing of just trying to make sure that I feel like it's such a double standard because so many men don't share how they feel about certain things. They might hold a lot of things in and they just kind of act a certain way. And then a lot of women don't understand where they're coming from because they might have got hurt from some, well in the past from another relationship, carried that on. And now they turn out to be, a lot of dudes say, well, I need to be the dog or this type of guy because this is what she likes. So enough being the good guy, let me be the bad guy because that's gonna get me all the attention. So again, that's all playing into emotions and so on and so forth. But a lot of dudes ain't gonna really go out and say that. But let me see if I can. I don't know if I get him back here. Let me see. I think he's coming back in. Do you have anything to add to that before we kind of switch? Oh, hold on. I'm about to bring him back in here. Anything you want to add before I jump him back in? Take
No,
him.
I'm in agreement with you. I think the way that raised, that boys are be emotionless and don't feel nothing, and that's why we handle our boys and our girls different. The boy falls and it's like, oh, go somewhere instead of you all right. But with the little girl, we're often, oh, wrong, and and we grow up to be women where we feel entitled and for ours to cater to us and just pay for our men. People don't really care feeling it.
Hey, yo, you still going in and out though a little bit, just a tad.
I don't know why.
Did you switch your mic today? Are you have you ever used the mic?
No.
Uh, I don't know. Rich, we got you back. What's your
Yeah.
what's your take? And then we're gonna
Well,
switch it up.
the to be honest, I missed a whole lot. When I did go in the back there, y'all had totally froze and I lost everything. So um, I don't even know where we at. So I apologize to all
No,
of my fans.
we we still on men and emotions.
You.
Um, I missed all of yours and what you were saying, but I did catch all of the queens. Again, I do feel as uh, for guys, and everybody's still texting me saying turn the volume down. I done moved away from it. I don't know what it is. If I get further away with this cheap internet we got, I guess uh, it messes up. It messes up the signal unless I'm still in here. I'm gonna have to just get me a head thing with it so I can the headphone can be near my mouth. But anyways, I just think for guys, like the Queen said, we guys are brought up to be, you got to be strong. You got to be able to flex your muscles. You're not supposed to cry. You're not supposed to show weakness. You're supposed to show strength all the time. So for a guy to show emotion, to cry, um, for some females, and I'm not going to say all, is like a sign of weakness. Um, and people would tell you for a man, you're not supposed to be crying. You're supposed to be hard all the time. And I think over a course of time, that can tear a man down because you will cry, and real men do cry. You're gonna shed some tears. You might even watch a movie and get a little teary eyed, and you say, "No, I had something in my eye, and you was really crying, but you just didn't want to say it." So that's
Ooh,
just where I'm at.
okay.
Sorry
That's
to my
basically
fans.
hey, you good. That's basically what kind of similar to what I said. So all right, let me go to the next thing here. So next topic is basically not having children. And of course this would be more so oh actually before I go to that, just got a comment that just came through by BJ Bradford. Um, appreciate your comment too. Um, oh boy, they just popped in real quick. Hold on. Y'all just came out of nowhere. BJ stated, I think our supposed lack of emotion is a byproduct of a practicality. I can see that. Let me see. Wendine states here, you can show emotion as a man, but you can't keep crying more than me. Ain't nothing wrong with a crybaby.
Uh,
Y'all can be
Right.
emotional together. Y'all can share tissues and all that stuff.
it depends on what we, what we
Yeah,
like.
what he crying about? Maybe he crying because he love you. Oh boy,
No,
what's his name? Lenny Williams cried through his whole song.
no, no,
Girl, you know yeah, he was crying the
no,
whole time. Y'all like Keith
no,
Sweat be crying while he's singing.
no. You can cry. I'm not expecting my mate not to cry. But again, it just depends on what are you crying for. If there's a death in the family, you know, stuff like that. But just all the time, I need to feel safe. I need to feel secure. And if you sit, you know, acting like me,
Wait,
yeah.
now you know well how we did this last week. So then my question would be, now what the hell she crying for? Because if you crying, I need to give you a reason to be crying.
I can cry. You know, I can cry. Woman, I'm supposed to cry. You know,
I don't know if you just sitting up crying and I gotta ask you a question like, the hell you crying about? I'm about to beat you.
I mean, I might be depressed, any of that. I don't know, but
you don't need to be crying about it.
Crying, I can be. Like I said, as a man, I do expect you possibly to come and
come
and maybe talk. Okay, hump day.
It is Wednesday. It's coming up.
I expect you to, you know, possibly maybe get me out of those emotions, get me out of those feelings. But you just sitting around crying all the time. Like, I shouldn't have to be, you know, every day you just crying. Well, what's wrong? I can't pray. I'm gonna need you to take your outside and go fix it. Or something. Do something. Put your hands to use. Don't be talking. No, we ain't gonna do this crying.
Hey, when Dean responded to and said, you know, hold on, let me see. Oh yeah,
yeah, baby.
We gonna just leave that alone. But we already knew that though. We been knowing that. So, all right, and then
you stay around me.
We have another comment.
Yeah, we're gonna knock this out. BJ stated, "Crying is fine, but somebody has to solve the problems. Two crying people have a hard time working towards solutions. Someone has to control their emotions and focus on the end game." All right, I feel that. Yeah, I don't think. I don't think that was it. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. When I look at the double standard, I don't really look at it like dude's just out here just whining. That's a little different. But we're gonna leave that alone. And we're gonna go to this.
It's some out here like that though.
Hey, well,
Bernard Pollard.
Hey, shots fired.
There you go.
have to tag him for that one. But all right. So going back to the other topic. So I just had it up and bringing it back. So not having children. Of course, I know where this one sparked from, where basically there's a lot of double standards in regards to women not having children and it being considered an issue. And for men not having children, it's usually not. So, Queen, we're gonna let you go last.
What? You go
Okay, no, I'll let you go.
I'm gonna go last. You go first. I'm gonna go last.
Well, no, I don't need to go first. I'll let Black Out go first. So, what's your thought in regards to this double standard in regards to children?
Yeah,
I mean, I guess first of all, do you think something, or do you ever think anything in regards to it, or do you understand what the double standard is? I guess
I don't understand what the double standard is.
All right, so from what I've seen a lot of times, and I've done it before. I mean, many times, growing up when I was single, when you were dating females, and once they get to a certain age, a lot of times, you might question, well, you ain't got no kids, what's wrong with you? Like, that's that's one of those things. But usually when you have women and it's a male, like, I mean, I had my first kid at 30. Yeah. So, I mean, it took me a while to actually get to it and start having kids. I mean, unless that one is still out there in Puerto Rico that I don't know about. But I joke around with her. She know I joke around like that all the time. But I mean, outside of that though, it's been that double standard that some people look at, thinking that there's something wrong with a woman if she doesn't have kids by a certain age and so on and so forth. But it's not looked at the exact same way for men, but the double standard is. So does that help you out there, Blackout? Or have you ever
I guess it just never really crossed my mind. I mean, I do know females who do not have kids. And when they get older, they want to, they try to have kids. Now, again, to look at it, after a certain age, a female shouldn't be having no kids because there's a high possibility of something being wrong. But I guess I've never really looked at the fact of, whether or not it was a double standard or not for people if somebody wanted a child or not. I guess I never really looked at it that way.
Okay, go ahead, Queen, because clearly you got something to say. It was your question anyway.
Right, she leaning back.
No,
Lean back.
I think that when I've heard men say, with regards to a woman that does not have any children, or hell, even a man that doesn't have children. I've heard, the conversation where it's like, okay, well, what's wrong with you? Well, you're not married with children. And a man can go off into his 40s and 50s and 60s and not have any kids, and he's like a gold mine. It's like jackpot. How how that to happen? But I think it's in conversations that I've had, it's like, well, something must be wrong with her if it has not. And in a lot of cases, it could he does not with men, like, it's correct. I got the Kevin Owens guy. So that was the children thing. Something must be wrong. So much wrong.
Okay.
Rich, if you don't turn down Channel 5 News.
Hey, can you turn it down just a little bit more? I'm gonna have to. If y'all have me on the show again, I'm just gonna have to get something with a microphone that hooks to because the TV can barely even hear it over here, so it gotta be the computer.
Okay. I was just.
All right, so I guess basically we're done with that. No, not a lot of conversation in regards to that. This I think could spark some conversation though. Dating outside your race. Now, of course, I've heard a lot of negative things towards men if they date outside their race. I haven't heard much about women. I don't hear a lot of males say anything in regards to date, at least for my people. I don't hear many guys mention anything about dating outside your race. And so I mean, I guess, Queen, do you want to start here?
No, you can go ahead.
Why you always? I always gotta go. I gotta go.
What you mean? I've been going first.
Cause you're the only female. We be trying to, get you in there so then we can contradict everything you say.
You ain't gotta.
Right.
No,
well, okay. All right. Well, I started off. The double standard to me, I feel like, and I've seen this in many posts. A lot of African American females feel that if a black man dates outside of his race, especially if it's white females, they feel that he's only doing it because they feel like he needs somebody to run over or control or so on and so forth, which I know a lot of people, especially athletes, but especially the dark ones, but that's a whole nother stereotype too. I'm just kidding. But the statement of saying that they're only dating because this person is weak and they can't handle a real woman, air quotes, as you see. They can't handle a real woman, a strong woman, and so on and so forth. And I think, in my opinion, I think that's bull. I think that some men just get tired of the BS of some of the women that they're dealing with. I mean, of course, that's who they chose. I'm not saying that all black women are like that. Clearly, I married one.
It sounds like that's what you're saying.
No, what I'm saying is I married one, but I'm just saying.
Okay.
Well, I'm just saying that, for those, I mean, clearly it was those that he chose to deal with and so on and so forth. But I feel like they put that standard on every person that dates outside the race as if they're only going to deal with them because they can't deal with certain type of females. And I mean, I've dealt with black females that, I mean, it wasn't that they were too strong. I can handle them, but I mean, sometimes you just don't want to deal with certain headaches, so you just stop dealing with them. I've never dated outside my race. I mean, I never have. I don't think anything's wrong with it at all. You know, if my son wants to bring home a nice female that look like Barbie, hey, I give him a high five and another high five. Do you? But I mean, it's just, you know, I think it's just a double standard in regards to how folks. My phone keep vibrating on my leg. Um, how folks look at how it's looked at poorly when it comes to a black male dating outside his race. So, Queen, do you want to go next, or would you like for Blackout to go? She said you want to go last.
I don't really have much to say. I don't know necessarily double standard. I mean, interracial relationships. I mean, black man with the white woman. Well, I probably have. So,
Uh-oh. Tell on yourself.
At 30 something.
Hey.
I've learned a little bit more with regards to, but I don't really try to determine or figure out the reason why a person has dated someone outside race. When I hear say, I went and got me a white woman because by Z, or you know, because I have heard women say, "I'm gonna leave these Negroes alone and give me a white man," as if you know you may not encounter things with that with a black man. There are certain differences there culturally, but I don't necessarily look at it. Like I said, try to determine the reason why somebody. I just don't like certain comments that I hear with regards to interracial dating. Like, if you wanted that white woman, go get that white woman. If you're interested in who you're interested in, then that's okay. But to try to listen all women of color because over here it's where it's at. Those are the statements I don't necessarily agree with. You're going to find different problems in different relationships, period. And you're not really going to eliminate one problem because you dated somebody else.
All right, so I got two comments in regards to this, and then BJ, I'm not gonna miss you. What you brought up as that topic down there below, we will discuss it. Actually, I'll probably just make it next because it's somebody else brought it up, and I forgot to add that on here. But your your other comment that you mentioned in regards to what we're discussing now, stated women of color sometimes confuse strong with combative, which is very true. Uh-oh.
I used to just
Well, that's who we used to.
Right, because that's who we hear it from.
We can't say no other. We can't necessarily say another race if we don't.
Women. What's wrong with just saying women? Women.
Because it come from black chicks.
All right, then your sis made a good comment as well. The coach has stated it shouldn't be, but a lot of black women do have a problem with black men dating outside their race. I think some black women are just insecure with themselves.
Yeah. Hey.
So that could be true. But Blackout, I'll let you go ahead and go. And then if we don't have any other comments, I'm gonna scroll back down to what BJ's double standard was so we can discuss that.
I guess I mean you guys really touched on them and in the comments really. So I really don't have much other than I do think that a lot of these things that we're talking about do come from thanks, sir. A lot of it comes from black females Don't get me wrong here. I love my black females.
You know?
But you guys bring up a lot of these issues that again we have to then try to, you know what I'm saying? We got to sit and have a conversation about, because I try to tell people it's not about hooking up with a white girl. It's not about going out and hooking up with a Hispanic chick or a Chinese chick. It's not about dating outside of your race. You only really hear these things coming from black females. And where I think black females always use this stuff of, oh, you just, like Sincere said, you can't handle a strong woman. You can't handle a strong woman. You can't have a strong woman. But, and I would say this too, when those females that say that, I always remind my black females, you could be a 10 on the outside and a 3 with a bad attitude. Because see, I'm ready. But see, my thing of it is that for a black dude, you shouldn't. You get I guess I can't really say it per se because I never really did it outside my race when I got older. But you always hear the same stuff from, not to change the subject, but why do you always hear from black females? Oh, I'm a queen, 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 I'm a queen. Well, how the hell can you be a queen without? Hold on, let me finish. Let me finish.
I'm just saying.
How can you be a queen without a king? See, that's some black people stuff.
That's true.
You can't be no queen without no king. You know, but
hey, wait, that's not true. Queen Elizabeth.
Oh my God.
I didn't hear you.
No, I said Queen Elizabeth.
He said Queen Elizabeth.
But she had to be married to somebody to become a queen, right?
Nah, she's been queen for a while. She wasn't really married.
She had to been in the family. She probably just inherited it or something. She don't count.
Yeah. Well, you know that'll be the excuse for the black females. I was a queen because my daddy was a king and I inherited it. See, you just gave another excuse.
Let me tell you.
Look at Queen face. Look.
What you say?
I said, look at your face.
What you say? What you say?
That's a blackout on there.
It's a.
But what I'm saying is, what I'm saying is a lot of these arguments we get that stuff that come from black females. Listen, let me tell you something. For a black man want a black woman, right? And like I said before, there's a difference between a woman and a girl. And for a man to actually have to hear a black female go, "I'm a strong woman." If you're a strong woman, show it to me. Your mouth shouldn't have to be doing the talking. Your actions should show me that you're strong and you a woman. Because you could scare a dude off by the stuff that come out of your mouth. Okay. So again, if you a 10, then be a 10 and show it to me. That's all I gotta say.
Can I talk now?
Sure.
You can go.
Thank you, sir. I don't think that is necessarily. Well, I'm not gonna say that. A lot of black women are like that. However, I think it's because we have to be. We have to be.
Why?
Lord, I don't. It's become a whole show. But there are so many things.
We ain't got time for that.
I'm telling you, there are so many things culturally wrong in the black community where we feel like we have to be. How many single mothers do you have out there? And I'm not saying they made the right choices with the people that leave with other stuff. However, when you have a household and you have women out here taking care of these homes by themselves and doing the things that they need to do, when a man does come forth, you got to come with something. So most of the time, the women is always proclaiming, "I'm this strong black woman. I'm this such and such." Why don't you step up and teach her or show her? You don't have to be that. You don't have to be that. You don't have to be combative. You don't have to be aggressive. You don't have to be any of that, because I am here to walk alongside of you and be the king that you need me to be. Yes, Tim.
They grown. Why you gotta show them what to do?
No,
now, honestly, wait. See, I let you talk, girl. I'll mute you. But no, but just questioning in regards to what you just said. So you had said because I know, and it's not just black females. I know there's other races as well that do it, but some women do it to where they don't know that they actually have a good man, and then they have that good man. They don't, and they've had so many bad men, they don't know how to treat them. So I
Right.
can't see how you can tell somebody what you gonna say. Hey, I'm a good man. Listen to me.
You
What?
know
Okay,
that
give us an example of what a good man should do in order to let her know that he's here for her. Help everybody else out.
show her. It is just that simple. Show her. Be reliable. Be the person. If you see that there is a void there, if you do meet a woman and there are some things that are possibly missing in her life, don't just talk. Don't come along and say, "Girl, I can do this and I can do that." Show her. Let be a reliable source for this person where she can actually see your actions and what you are doing and not just what you are saying. We are not It's culturally different in different races with black women. If all these black women are supposedly like this, you have to ask yourself why. Why are black women so aggressive? Why are black women so, power to the people? And I'm a strong black woman. I don't think it necessarily has to be proclaimed and really standing on the rooftop and shouting that you're a strong black woman. I think, independence is just so overrated. We ain't put here for that. It's partnership. And because there has been, like you said, so many women who have been hurt, who have been let down, who have given their trust to people, not just men, just to people, period, that they shouldn't have. Now they're put in a position to do this whole I'm independent, I'm a strong black woman. Men have a role in that as well. And men cannot be relinquished from doing their due diligence and getting into the life of a woman, because there's too many games out here that's being played. If you want that woman and you want to marry her or whatever the case may be, then you need to let go of whatever it is that you need to let go of and step up and do. Shut up. Step up what you're supposed to do, because y'all don't want to hear that. Y'all don't want to be held accountable. You just want to say black women
It's like
are
it's like a whole other
I'm,
show.
right. I'm waiting for you to get done because I'm ready for you.
What you're supposed to do. And maybe you wouldn't have all these black women out here talking about how black, mighty, and strong they are. You
Well,
have
hold on.
that too. The duty of the uncivilized is to teach, or the duty of the civilized is to teach the uncivilized. That is your job.
My
You
hands up.
take leadership and jump in and do what the hell you're supposed to do.
My
You know
hands
your
is
game.
up.
Hey,
You
hold on
go ahead.
before you go, Rich. Hold on. Sharice just sent a comment, and I think it's a good one, very good one. Hold on, did I press it? All right, well, I'm gonna read it anyway. I don't know if it's gonna pop up or not, but yeah, here it goes. Black women are aggressive because we were raised that way, and we have to take a
Right.
step back when we meet a good man, and it's hard when
Yes.
you've been told and raised a certain way.
Right.
100%.
I
You
totally
didn't
agree, and
read
that's where.
today's comment.
I'm gonna get BJ's too. Trust me, I'm trying to get to BJ's topic, but you kept talking.
Talk for 10
Yep.
minutes at a time. You're being
Whatever. All right, so we gonna get BJ's in real quick.
Hey,
So
hey.
all right, hold on. So BJ stated black women are like they are because they listen to each other instead of the people that they aspire to be in a relationship with.
Yes. Thanks, BJ.
no.
Well,
See?
I'm gonna jump on that because to go along with what the two people said, this is what I was going to say. The problem we have in our black society, I should say, is how everything comes from how you were raised and how you were brought up. So my thing of it is this: what do black females typically get when they're basically raised around single females, these mamas, grandmas with no teeth? What are they saying? All men are dogs. All men are dogs. All men are dogs. I heard a little girl in elementary school how they were talking about having a relationships or whatever. She was saying all men are dogs. Where do you get this from? In the home. So my thing of it is when you are brought up and you're hearing these things, you repeat them. And then you get out there and then now you come with, oh, I'm a strong black woman. I'm a strong this. I'm a strong that. I'm a this. I don't need a man. I don't need this. I'm not saying no other races are saying this. What I'm saying is that these are the things and the comments that we're getting from our black females. Now, you were saying that, as I can say, I'm a good man. Can I say that I've been hurt by several females? Yeah. Played. Yeah. But let me tell you something. I look at it now that because my brother here, he was at home longer than I was after I left. So when I turned 16, I went out and got me a job. Well, I didn't really learn how to cook. But now I'm at the point where it's like, you know what? I'm going to go out here and I'm going to cook because, see, the thing of it is this, and this is what I've seen and hearing people, hearing these black females speak. Now, I'm not saying all of them, so don't want everybody get it offended so we can move on.
I love
the problem of it is that the black female always say, well, we need the black man to come and step up and prove what he is, while the black female has to do nothing. And a lot of times they don't know how to cook. They don't know how to clean. They don't know how to do anything. But when a man steps to them, you got to bring them the world. So what I'm saying is you got to prove to me. It's more than just being able to lay down and make me come on hump day. I need more than that. I need to eat. I'm glad you clapping and you in the choir.
I agree. I agree with that completely. I'm not saying that any woman should be out here as, you a nickel out here looking for a dime, as they say. I'm not saying that. We're not dismissing the role of a woman. But as the man, as the leadership, as the father,
but you have to,
there is again both.
But you have to.
Role.
But you have to allow. See, the problem of it is happening, and I know we got to move on because it's here ready to move on. As a black female, you have to allow the man to be the man. See, God created man and man first for leadership.
Jesus.
But what happens is that the female decide, well, I want to wear the pants and I want to run the place. So, and this is why you can go to church and you can hear the old females in there saying, yeah, we done got married, but I run the house. That's why you hear comments like, oh, if mama ain't happy, the house ain't happy. What? Are you serious? This is what I'm saying. Black females, come on, baby. Yeah, I love all my black queens. What I'm saying is this. You have to be able to, like you said, you have to be able to step back and allow the man to be able to be a man, because God created the woman to be partner, co-manager. Okay. But the problem of it is that when we're brought up in our broken black homes, I'm going to tell my kid, all guys are dogs. So when you grow up, this is what you're getting. So when that good man stepped to you, like Sincere said, you're not going to know a good man from a bad man because you didn't have so many bad ones that when the good one come along, you done ran him off.
I agree.
All right, so
then you gotta listen to those Michael Jackson songs. They got points on.
No, I agree with you. I agree with you. I'm not gonna expect more from I can get, but you got to do your due diligence as well.
So there's females.
I mean, we
two snaps up.
I got comments I need to post. I got comments. All right, so. You called Bernard and he responded. So he stated, a man is supposed to uplift a woman, protect, love, and cherish her. Having said that, in order to be taught, a woman must humble, not be a pushover herself first. Let him in, not in between the legs. No, in between the legs too. And get to know him to see if he's Mr. Right.
All right.
Get it? Like it? Hold on. Let me keep scrolling because there was a whole bunch of comments coming through. When Dean stated, I understand what you're saying, Blackout, but what about the man because majority of these men out here can't change a light bulb. Amen. You need to stop dealing with that man if he don't know how to change a light bulb.
Right.
That's bad.
He ain't Mr. Right. You gotta leave him alone.
Not at all. That means he was just on that deep down. That's why he's around. Deshaun stated a lot of women don't know how to be led. Very, very
Right.
true.
I
Thank you, sir.
Let me see. Okay, and then okay, Sharice, we going. All right, Sharice stated, honestly, if your woman can't cook and clean, she not a woman. Move on, baby. Find you a good woman. Both parties have to bring things to the table.
There you go.
I agree with that. And let's see. Wendine came back and she said, and if you can't lead yourself, how do I expect you to lead our house? And most importantly, the family, because me doing that is like getting in the car with somebody with no license. That
There
ain't
you
true.
go.
They cannot have a license. That don't mean they don't know how to drive.
Well,
Boom.
I get
your
point.
ass
I
out.
know what she's saying. I just wanted to mess with her. I just say it. It'd probably be more so saying, like if you got in the car and was letting like Stevie Wonder drive, then that might be a problem. But I'm gonna try to double back real quick, because BJ brought up a good.
Don't be crying, Queen.
I know, right?
I do what I'm supposed to do, boo boo. No.
All right, and I can't remember. Somebody brought this up to me about this topic. I can't really speak on it as much because I have no. I mean, I know about it, but I have no experience in it. But BJ brought this up, which was a good topic, and I'm glad he brought it up because I forgot about it. He put on here basically that we were leaving out the double standard within this category. The expecting that a man should accept her children, and with no question, but basically most women don't like to do that in return. So I've heard other people bring that up. I, have no experience in that. But I've heard about it. So anybody want to jump on that situation in the double standard?
Repeat it for me. I heard something about not accepting her kids. My battery was going dead, along with picking up everything in the background. So repeat it again.
Basically, the double standard about women with kids wanting a man to accept her kids, but a lot of women not wanting to accept his kids in regards to that double standard.
And that's very true. And that's something that I think, again, I'm not saying just in the Black family, in a family period, and in households period, and this is for all races, it's a big problem. And the problem that's happening is, and I'm not saying I'm no Bible thumper, I'm not no reverend, I'm not no deacon and none of that stuff. When we go out and we go have kids by a bunch of different people, and then we turn around and get with somebody that already have kids, a lot of females take that and go, well, I want you to play the daddy role to little Ray Ray and his sisters and brothers. But at the same time, one, you can't whoop them. You can't discipline them. But I got to watch them and feed them. I can't discipline them. But then I'm not going to accept your children. See, the problem that I'm running to right now, not to be too personable, because I don't know how many of these 12 that's on here watching is anybody that knows me from my Facebook page. But in my situation, and again, I just speak honestly, again, married somebody, Mrs. Blackout, who had a son. I had 3. And the problem we've been dealing with for the last couple of years is her mom buys for now our son, who's about to be 8 next week, and her oldest son. But my 3 outside of the marriage, she doesn't buy for. She don't consider them being her grandkids or none of that stuff. And it bothers me because, again, we have to understand that anything that we allow into our marriages can become a division. And this is something that is dividing because it does bother. My kids can say, bye, hey, I love you. Don't say anything back. And this is what I'm saying. It's really, really bad, especially when you hook up with a female who got kids. Because if this don't work with me and Miss Blackout, the next chick I get with, if she got kids, if I can't whoop your kid's ass, we can't hook up. Because I can't take care of little Ray Ray and I can't whoop him. Because he can't eat my peanut butter and jelly sandwich. What, you open up their snacks?
No.
Look like a peanut. Thought that was a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Oh,
but that's what it is. So BJ, right? I'm done.
Queen, what's your thoughts?
I
You was once a single mama with some kids. Did
I
you?
was, but I've never expected not to be in the life of the other children. You know, if we're both a package deal. If you got kids, I got kids, we got kids, you know. Um and I've never even heard of that double standard, to be honest. I've
That's
never
that's because you're not that person. That's all that is.
no.
Ask your friends.
I, I've never even heard of a woman saying like, I think the double standards come into play when they're it's almost like how do it's almost like in certain cases you feel like I guess it depends on the living situation. I'll say that. But I don't think that there's any I've never heard any women saying, he got kids and he wanna bring these damn kids or whatever the case may be. I come with kids. If you come with kids, we should expect the kids to unite and just be that. I've never had that situation. I've never even heard of women saying that. My kids are more important or priority than his children.
Well, they're probably gonna be anyway for most women. They probably think that till you get serious.
I mean,
That's just a thought.
I think that like with my situation, my children live here in the home, and there will be some sort of access that they may have to my husband that his children may not have day to day. And I consider those things too, but that doesn't make his children less important than mine because they're here in the home. Um, so I don't know. I don't know anything about that double standard. I've never even heard women say like we're not going to address your children because they're not important. We're just going to talk about my children. I think the expectations should be the same.
I kick her kids if she told me that.
I ain't never heard of
Like
that.
all three or four of them, just kick them.
Hey,
Each
Rock
one of them.
Solid. That's Rock Solid.
Yeah, I was gonna post it. I was trying to get to it. I was waiting till you got done talking. What up, Rock? He said, what's up? We gotta get this
So
going.
that's Selfie King.
Yeah. Hey, Deshaun stated, if a woman is like that, run. She ain't got your best interests at heart.
There you go.
Let me see. Now, got a comment from Flea. This is in regards to something we discussed earlier, but I'll go ahead and bring it up real quick. I think this was the topic we had right before this one. There you go. A woman is supposed to allow a man to take charge. Now, with that said, a man has to be I don't know if that's able or missed them. Able, mature, and stable. Maybe I messed that up. I don't know. Enough to lead. The woman loses her trust in men due to her past encounters with men who treat them poorly. Women have to allow men to live up to the expectation of their fathers or their dream husband, but understand that both men or women are imperfect beings. It's a partnership. Work through it together.
I can appreciate that, Fleet.
All right.
Can I
I
make a
hear
comment
you.
off of that real fast?
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, even when following up with that, and I'm glad he kind of said that. Another thing that I say too, see and I'm not saying that everybody else has to look at this for my 14 fans that's on here. See, the mom, in my eyes, the mom is supposed to be the one to spoil the boy. The mom's supposed to be the very first woman that the boy is supposed to fall in love with. She's supposed to spoil him while the dad says, okay, get the hell up and help me cut the grass and trim the bushes back and rake the leaves and change the brakes and change the tire. He's supposed to teach that boy to become a man, to prepare him to be a man once he leaves the home, to make him hard, to say, okay, you fell down and scraped your knee, but get up. You see what I'm saying? On the other side of it, for the father, and a lot of, again, it goes back to the household. If a female doesn't have a father or a father figure in home, she's not going to know what a real man is. And follow me now. A real man is, even if the man was in the house and maybe he was beating on the mom and she's seen all this stuff. So you're going to pick up things that you should be able to take with you along life. But I look at it this way. If the father is in the home, the father is the one who's supposed to treat that little girl like a princess. She is supposed to fall in love, not per se like she want to have sex with him, but fall in love with her father, because he's supposed to spoil the crap out of her. He's not supposed to tell her. I'm not saying no, I'm just making up stuff now. He's not supposed to tell her no. He's supposed to spoil her. That's his princess. He's supposed to show her how a man is supposed to treat a woman. The mama, on the flip, again, says, okay, I understand I told you couldn't get them dolls, but your daddy went and bought them. Get in here and help me cook. Get in here and help me do these clothes and clean and all these other stuff. Because, again, it's the preparation for when you leave the home. If you don't get these things, there's a lot of things that you're lacking. So then when a female say, well, I need a man, and I'm strong, and I'm this and I'm that. Again, if she's brought up with a single mom, aunts and grandmas that's saying there's nothing but, not so good guys out there, then more than likely she's not going to know how to love and how to be loved because her daddy never showed it to her.
All right, so before anybody else go, got two other comments here. Roz.
Hey, Roz.
Pull that up. She said, women won't say that. Girls will, though, and I've heard it before. One of the significant differences between a woman and a girl.
There you go.
And then let's scroll back up. And Sharice states, if you want to date someone and you have kids, please make sure your kids are respectful. Disrespectful kids can break up a good relationship. Boundaries have to be set.
Ain't that the truth?
I ain't never dealt with that. Good thing. All right. Well, did y'all have any other topic or discussions in regards to this topic? I know we got about 9 minutes, so we're gonna mess around and be doing a part 3.
Okay.
Huh?
But ain't nobody doing no part 3.
Hey, we could do a part 3 unless you got something else better to talk about next week.
I told you what I wanted to talk about, this whole sexual assault crap. I had to really go in today, and I want to talk about it.
I thought we talked about that in the last show.
No, we did. I want to make a whole show about
a whole show about it. All right, we can do that next week. All right, so I'm gonna just grab one of these other ones. I'm gonna let y'all choose. I'm gonna give y'all some quick options since we got about 8 minutes out of these next ones. Of course, we have. Well, actually, you know what? I think power and being assertive is kind of a tie-in together. I know that was brought up in regards to when it comes to women. There's a double standard about women being in power versus men being in power. And then, of course, which works hand in hand with being assertive for females, how being assertive for a female is many times taken as her being the B word, I won't curse, or controlling and so on and so forth. So what's your thoughts on that? We'll start with you, Blackout. In regards to women. Okay, you don't want to start. Queen, do you have
start? I can start. It can come off wrong. And again, I'm just gonna have to apologize because I don't mean that females cannot lead. I have a boss who's a female, and it's just that I don't think that, and I could be wrong. I'm just saying, I just don't think that females were really meant to really lead. I think they were meant to be partners.
Bunch of comments coming up.
Great, that's what I want. That's what I want. Bring them on. But I'm just being honest. I'm not being mean. But you just kind of look like with Hillary Clinton. People said that they didn't want her because, again, she was a female. They ain't ready for that. Nobody said she probably couldn't have been a good president, but females, the emotional side come out first. And then you kind of make your decisions based off of emotions, not off of facts. Because my boss does it all the time. And it's like, okay, you let this slide where me being a man, I wouldn't have let that slide because I got to look at it like raising my kids. If I had a little girl, I might would have let them slide. But there's certain things I'm not going to allow to let slide, to where if I was leading, then therefore, see, they say how does it go? Behind every good man, there's or great
Strong
man,
woman.
there's a strong. See, females, I don't want to say play their good role behind the scenes. They just never get credit. You see what I'm saying? So where I could say there was stuff that I would never understand, I would always go to Miss Blackout. She'd figure them out. She ain't had to think about it. It was done. You see what I'm saying? So I think that as far as in being upfront and being the leader, I don't know that that's what I'm just saying, not really saying per se, but I just don't think that that's really what God's purpose was. That's why he made man first. I want my comments.
It's just funny just to see her face.
Come on, Queen. I know you got it. Where my comments at?
She got.
No, I sort of kind of agree with you, but to just throw God in there, because we don't know if God is man, woman, chair, whatever. But anyway.
Did you say a chair?
Right.
So we sit on them.
I'm sitting on him right now.
I do agree.
Good Lord.
Women are highly emotional and incapable of making certain decisions without their emotions in place. With regards to any double standard, because I thought you said something about the woman in power as being known as bitch or something. Is that what you said? Sincere, was that what you said? That women are often known as bitches, or
I didn't cuss, but yeah, that's what I said. I said the B word. You know, I be trying to be censored.
I get it.
We are on TV.
I'm sorry.
You're fine.
Sorry, but I don't know. This double standard is kind of weird. I don't. Women have a place, men have a place. I mean, that's as simple as I can get it. Like I said, with the whole woman in power thing. Not saying that women cannot be powerful.
Yes, they can.
Don't have a place in leadership in certain positions, and it's not just the kitchen. You know, she shouldn't be a leader of her kitchen.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. She should be a leader of the kitchen.
Whatever.
She should know how to cook.
Leave that place. She shouldn't just be subjected to the kitchen.
Yeah, not just subjected. No.
Yeah, but
bedroom.
There's many for women in our society that women are often diminished to being in the kitchen, or barefoot and pregnant, all that other stuff. And I don't think that
they ain't got to be pregnant. They can be barefoot and.
You better not.
Never mind.
You better not.
Barefoot, butt naked.
Hey, that reminds me. I got to show my son what an apron looked like. We were playing the game. I'm sorry, it just took me there, naked with an apron, and he asked me what an apron was. So I'm gonna show him that. Sorry. Go back to your comment. I apologize.
Porter will know what an apron is, right? When you have her.
Yeah. Oh yeah. She gonna know. She gonna know how to cook. Whoever get my daughter it's gonna be good.
Well,
she's gonna be good on both sides.
That's good, but I think it is a double standard there. Most of the time, like I said, we discuss double standards. We always try to meet in the middle, but women have their role, and men do too. Sometimes it's okay for them to mesh, but not all the time. And I think when it comes to leadership or power, we really have to define those two words, because it's just stay in your lane. So I'm not going to get into, like I said, the double standards and who should be in charge and not in charge. And everybody has a role. Maybe we should just participate in the things that we're good at.
All right. So BJ had a comment. So he stated, leadership doesn't necessarily mean control. A great leader recognizes who's best prepared to handle a task and empowers them to do so. Just because you're a particular sex has no bearing on your leadership ability.
That's what I was trying to say.
Yep, I think he said
didn't say
better.
That. Mm-hmm. It took a guy to say that.
No comment. And then, of course, Rich Jacinta said, She doesn't have an emoji for the face she wants to send you, but she hear you.
Just make up one.
And let's see. And then Sharice states that men should lead for logical reasons, but if men aren't being strong men, then women should step up.
Back to that black strong woman comment.
No, not because it's not just black. She said women. She didn't say black.
You didn't have to say black, but I just gave you the logical reason that's behind. I didn't necessarily say. Well, yes, I did, but
Yeah, you did. We can play it back if you want us to.
no. But again, it just goes back to the whole. Sometimes women have to step up and be that person for their family, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing at all. Nothing at all.
Nothing.
Deshaun said that there are natural roles in the household. If you can't follow your husband, then you have no business saying I do.
I agree.
I'm glad that
Yeah.
he said that.
Because
Because I think that there's a lot of people who again, he said natural roles. I could use the assumed roles. The assumed role that the female is going to be the person who's going to be doing the cooking. Again, for a guy, when he see that you can make a full course meal. I ain't talking about putting no hot dogs on the stove. I'm talking about a full course meal.
Terrence, you cook, don't you? Well, I'm not saying
We
you're
talk-
her, but he cooks. You can
Right, but what I'm saying is assume role of the female. See, you gotta be able to show me you know how to cook.
you play much.
Well. See, the thing is, granted, yeah, we grew up in the same household. Um, like he said, he left earlier than me. One thing my mother told me was that you better learn how to cook because these young women don't know how to. So
Or
she
ain't
started
going to.
teaching me how to cook. And growing up, though, as well, I wanted to actually be a chef growing up. So I took, I was taking a lot of cooking classes and so on and so forth. I mean, I be on Pinterest. I get stuff off of Pinterest and all the time. So I'm I'm good with cooking. Now, my wife would say I don't cook enough, which is probably true. Now that I get off a little earlier, no, I don't cook enough, as she would state. But yeah, I mean, I still enjoy cooking. I mean, there's nothing wrong with. I think every man should have at least, at a minimum, a good 5 meals that they can prepare
I
at the
agree
house.
with that.
And
Yeah.
I ain't
I
talking
agree.
about like me and Rich grew up with bull hot dogs when if Daddy was there, or him going out and getting pizza, or we ate at McDonald's all the time. I'm talking about actually cooking,
Right.
and I'm not talking about grilling either. I'm talking about actually cooking, because most men, are known to be the person that's supposed to be grilling. And I'm talking about actually in the house cooking. I'm talking about sides and me now with vegetables. I didn't really like vegetables growing up, so I'm getting better with that. But I mean, if you could do desserts, actually, I would love to share, and I will, since a lot of y'all are friends with me. I'm gonna share this post that a buddy of mine posted with like 4 different meals on there that actually are really good, and it shows you how to make them. So I'll post those. I know one was like shrimp and some fettuccine. It was like some smothered chicken that was on there, some kind of ribs. It was like romantic meals that you can cook down to the meat, the side, and also the dessert. So I plan to do that once I get off this dang keto diet and reach my 22 pounds lost by my birthday. So that's that. Let's see. And Sharice, just because clearly we ain't about to talk about nothing else, because time is up. But this is gonna be post Sharice comment. She stated men should know how to cook. If the woman is absent for whatever reason, sickness or physical choices, the man has to provide a meal for the family. Chicken and macaroni is not acceptable. Try again. What's wrong with chicken and macaroni? You can bake
Well, I
chicken.
like to. Right.
Macaroni is
I like
easy. Now, if you're saying box macaroni, it depends on how much time you got. I'm like macaroni. I grew up on macaroni. Oh Lord,
Uh-oh.
I'm not even gonna post what she said.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna read what she said.
No. Fine, you can go ahead and read it.
Mrs. Sincere said, "I'll be looking forward to those meals when I'm on maternity leave. You better cook for that woman."
Mm-hmm.
That'll be the day I forgot how to cook.
No comment. Okay. I'm sorry. I clicked on the wrong one. No, I'm not being petty. I didn't mean to click on yours. Sharice, no. You said every night though. No, you ain't got to eat chicken and macaroni and cheese every night. Now, if you got leftovers, that's different. I mean, nothing wrong with if you're gonna make chicken, make it a different way. You can do baked chicken. You can do it seasoned a different way. You can do smothered chicken. I mean, there's different ways you can make chicken. You know, when I make chicken, I make a lot of chicken. You know, macaroni and cheese, I don't really use the box. We do homemade, you know, mac and cheese. It's just, you know, there's quick ways to make homemade macaroni and cheese, but we ain't about to be talking about food. We gonna be done with this. We gonna cut this short. I guess next week we gonna be talking about sexual assault, because that's what Queen wants to talk about. I feel weird because I'm always staring at my camera, so I apologize if y'all never see me looking up. But we're gonna talk about sexual assault next week, so hopefully y'all can participate. Appreciate all the comments. Come back again next week if you haven't already. Like Sincerely Speaking, we do have a page. These videos are posted on there as well. It is SYNCERELY. Yeah, I had to be black with it and change the spelling. So yeah, but appreciate y'all. We out.
Peace. Bye, guys.